Hey everyone, what's going on? In today's video, we are going to be doing an oil change on my 2009 Ford Escape. This is my first time ever doing an oil change, and this is my second oil change I've ever had on this car. The first oil change I had, I just took it into, a shop and had it done. But I figured, I really do want to actually just do it myself. I want to learn how to work on cars more. So here's what you need for this oil change. My car takes 6 quarts of oil, so we need a 5 quart, a 1 quart. You also need a new oil filter. My car takes SAE 5W20, high mileage because I have over 75,000 miles. I also may throw in some of this Lucas heavy duty oil stabilizer, but I'm not sure exactly if I am going to do it. This is really all you need for the actual oil change. Obviously, then you're going to just need something to get the oil in with. You are going to also need something to be able to grab the oil bolt with, and something to grab that dropped, and something to grab the oil filter with the old oil filter, but I'm just going to be using my hands for that. You also obviously need an oil pan for all your oil to go into. I don't know if you guys can see it really well. Right now we're on my windshield. Here is the seal. As you can see, right, seal pretty like all the way randomly up to here, right? Something happens to the seal. Instead of it being flushed down, it gets like pulled up, and then it's just gone. So what I'm doing for this, here's some black adhesive sealant. It's silicone. This can be used for cars, this can be used for windows in your house, this can be used for RVs and stuff. You specifically want silicone because it'll be a lot easier to come off when you actually replace the windshield. And this is not a permanent fix. And what am I actually trying to fix? I guess I should explain it. Well, water gets through here and then it starts like leaking down all throughout my mirror right here, which just really pisses me off in the morning because there's a puddle of water in my car. So we're just gonna go through here, seal it all the way through. The first part is getting your car onto something. I was trying to put it on jacks. I was trying to, be able to actually lift it up really, really high, but the jacks were very, very confusing, or they were just broken. I have no clue. So I just kind of did a DIY. I have 4 pieces of wood. If you are going to do this with either like wood or cement or something like that, just make sure that, obviously your main point, it's completely filled in, as in here's where the main point of, the tires are. Completely filled in right here. Then I put one out front, one out back, and this is not moving at all, so we're good. The first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to open up your car's hood. You're going to want to take off your oil cap and put it somewhere safe. We have to take off the oil filter, which I started to take off, and we just need to take it off all the way. Now be careful because it is going to start dripping oil, so just make sure. As you can see, we got our steady stream of oil. Just loosen it, let it run down, and let it stop dripping. And then after it's done dripping, then we will oil the new one up. I loosened it up more and it's starting to shoot down the side. That's what it should be looking like. It's just dripping now, so we're going to take the filter off and spin it all the way off, and it is getting real oily, as you can tell. Oh, come on. It's almost off, come on. And like that, the oil's off, oil filter's off. Actually dump all that oil in there. Let's get that new filter on. Here's our new filter, and here's a little bit of our oil. We're gonna dip our finger in the oil, and we're going to put it around this little seal. You're gonna do this so when you go to take it off next time, it's going to sit properly and it's not gonna get stuck. This part's very self-explanatory. We are just going to tighten it up until right here is where it wants to stop. We're gonna do an extra 3/4 of a turn, and that's all it needs. It will pressurize as it drives. It'll get a little bit tighter. You don't need it more than a 1/2 to 3/4 more of a turn. Here's the drain right here. As you can see, I got it started. Now, theoretically, I should be able to just unscrew it the rest of the way with my hand. You want to be careful. You always want to make sure you wear gloves with this because your oil, it's not guaranteed to be hot. As you can see, it's starting to come out. It's not guaranteed to be hot. Oh, fuck. But you're probably going to get some oil on your hands, and it's at least going to be decently warm. So as you guys can see, we have a slower, consistent, dropping of oil from that oil drain. Now it's time to put this back in, and we're done down here. Now, here's the most simplest part. get your funnel, get your oil, make sure you have the proper amount of oil. Simply just dump this into the funnel. We're also going to throw in about half of this other quart of oil. Now I'm coming in with this oil stabilizer. It says to use about 20%. I don't have, 20%, which would be 4.8 quarts of oil, 1.2 quarts of this, which is why I did like 5.5 quarts, because this is about a half a quart. So we're just going to throw all of this in here. Here's a look at that dipstick. As you can see, perfectly filled up to that line. This was a pretty dang good and pretty easy thing to do. I recommend you do this because it's cheaper and you can, actually learn how to work on your car a little bit. All right, we have everything in. Obviously, close everything up. Make sure you put your little cap back on, your oil cap back on. Then all you have to do, run your car a little bit, let everything get mixed in, check the oil, and if it's good, you're good. If not, obviously just add a little bit more oil or however much you need. The last thing you're gonna wanna do in your car, you're gonna wanna turn it onto the accessory and you're gonna want to reset your oil life. Now, I already did it. So normally, I have my TPS monitor up here, and then it should say, well, if before I reset it, it would also say oil change. But literally to do that on this one, like you hit info until it brings you to this black screen. You hold setup, you hold setup again, and then your oil life, and then you would hold reset, but that's all you have to do. If you did all these steps correctly, you should have a good oil change. Please make sure that you can get your oil filter off. I'm kind of chancing it and it should be fine because I did get it replaced last time. Theoretically, your oil filter can last through 2 oil changes, but it really should only last through 1. And I will probably end up replacing it before my next oil change. So try and do everything properly if you can, but if not, this is how you do an oil change pretty much. Thank you all for watching. Please make sure to drop a sub and a like if you guys have not already. Peace, everyone.